So this is a big problem with data and graphing it. A lot of people confuse what bar graphs are and what histograms are. I mean, they have a lot of similarities. They're bars, right? So what is the main difference between the two? It's actually pretty simple. Um, to really get a good idea about a lot of data, a histogram is the best graph for quantitative data. So let's talk about really what is the difference between the bar graph and the histogram. They're often confused, but here's the most important difference. Graphs, categorical data, that would be the bar graph. Graphs, quantitative data, that's the histogram. That's the biggest difference between the two. A bar graph is going to have space between the bars. A histogram never has any space between the bars. Very, very, very rare cases you will see space between the bars, but I would argue those aren't really histograms. Those are just bar graphs using numerical data. Okay, so here's what's important to know too about histograms. These bars in a histogram are actually called bins, and they have a bin width. You can see that this bin, this first one, goes from 60 to almost 65, and this is another big mistake. Like if I had a data point that was exactly 65, it usually will go into this bar, into this bin. Anything up to 65, that means like 64.99999, would go in this bin. So that's always a mistake. It goes from 60 up to, but not including 65. This next width is 65 up to 70, but not including it, and so on and so forth. So that's another problem with histograms that I see a lot, is people aren't really sure what data is in each bin. The last thing is, if we look at this bar graph, there's really no order, and it doesn't matter in categorical data what order we put them in. Sometimes people put them alphabetically, but that's not a requirement. But of course, in a histogram, since we're dealing with numbers, we do want to put these in numerical order. And one last thing that I do want to just revisit now that we're starting to talk about histograms, let's go back to our two old friends, the dot plots. Dot plots are useful for quick information about relatively small groups of data. So basically a dot plot is a very informal histogram. But once you get thousands of data points, you really don't want to use it, because you could end up with a stack of dots that's over in the hundreds high. So that's never a good thing. Box plots are also great, but they're only really good for looking at fourths. So looking at the top and lower 25% of all your data, where that lies. So box plots are great for general information, but they're not good for details. And that's why we've got the histogram.